We only have these pair of hands to use to make our income, to pay our lifestyle, to raise our children, to put food in their mouths. And yet we risk these things that are our only way to do this. My name is Peter Lawton. I'm the president of LeadSMART Training Solutions here in South Berwick, Maine. I've been a safety trainer in OSHA in construction standards and lead training provider for the past 4 years of my life. Ever since 1974, I've been a cabinet maker and a remodeler in residential home construction. One item that's the most costly part of it, it's always controlling dust. You see very, very smart people coming into the industry looking at several ways to solve the same problem. You see products like the Festool dust extractor. I no longer have to worry about you being in full respirator protection, full personal protection equipment for you to sand that baseboard if I invest in the proper equipment. Because I have proved you're not breathing anything wrong. What OSHA and medical science says is that the amount of lead in an air around your nose and mouth, called the breathing zone, should not exceed a certain number, and that number is 50 micrograms per cubed meter. During the testing, the field testing, we did a couple conditions. First, we wanted to make sure we found a home that was definitely ridden with lead. From lead inspectors, we found one. We then wanted to test 3 different methods. We wanted to test someone sanding the walls and trim that we knew were laden with lead, the old-fashioned way. We put an air sampling pump and extracted samples. We also then put her into a different room and we had her doing the same practices of sanding, scraping with a negative air machine. And then finally we put her into a pantry that was loaded with lead and had her using the sander attached to the Festool dust extractor. The results from the laboratory, after we took all these samples, sent them to a laboratory, got the results back. The person who was sanding the old-fashioned way, 335 micrograms, over 7 times the limit that's safe. The person, when she worked in the kitchen, doing all the sanding with my negative air machine, 12 micrograms. I felt pretty confident we just won. The results coming back from the pantry where Festool's products were being used, 3.5 micrograms. And yet we were in there sanding away for 2 hours. So it was amazing, absolutely amazing results. When I see that light bulb go off in a guy's eyes, when he comes into class, maybe forced by a regulation, maybe forced by a license he must get, comes in dragging his feet, and we're able to turn that person around to where, you don't have to look like us in 30 years. There is a better way. The old-fashioned way isn't always the best way to make it to the finish line.